excited because this is another three story. A three story, that's how stories are anyway, three parts, beginning, middle, end. And many stories have the name three in them. So I've done this particular one in a variety of different ways. But today we're going to use up stuff that's in our house and maybe even take a tour and find new characters that we can imagine into stories. The other option is if we don't make a puppet or you can't get the material or you want to dream up a new way, it's really about imagination stretching. So I want you to concentrate a little bit on this very old story. It was not written by the Grimm brothers, who actually never wrote a story. They just took stories from their own culture. One of them, I do believe, was a barber. Anyway, they took these stories that they maybe heard growing up, and they put them all together in books, and that's how we've gotten many of them. And this one is a story of a family, a mama, a papa, and a baby. A family that lives all together in a little house. It can look however you want it to look. And then, of course, as is often the case, on the other side of the not scary woods, there lives another family. And in this family, we only meet one character, and that is a little girl. Now, again, stretching our imaginations, it could be a little boy. But for today, I'm going to pick up on the theme that I've been telling for a long time. And first, of course, we'll make a few puppets. And let me see, what are our materials? Our materials are things we have around the house. So in my house, every time there's a party, because that's the way I am, we get plates, thematic plates. And always there's some left over. And the next party that comes up, you say, I can't use those plates. It's a different theme. So what happens in our house is that I get a whole lot of plates, leftover plates. So I've taken leftover plates for today and made them into a story that has been given to us, not left over. So what I'm going to do, of course, is to show you how to use the leftover puppets, plates, and make them into characters. I'll do that real quick. And then I've already made my characters, and those would take the part of the three bears. Now, if you recall, there is Papa Bear, who would be the biggest in this particular family, not necessarily in other families. Then there would be the Mama Bear, and she might be somewhat smaller. And then there is Baby Bear, who, no matter how you slice it, is usually the littlest. And in our particular story, that's important. Now, could be two daddies, two mommies, there could be a grandma and a grandpa, but for today we have three in our household: Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. And then we have Goldilocks. And we're going to use her traditional name. It helps define her character only in that this particular girl, like Little Red Riding Hood, who had a red hood, has golden hair. Not gold, but that would be kind of cool though, because then you could just clip off a piece and go to the store. Now, some of you have already said to me, Marilyn, I don't have any leftover plates. I can't make bears. So what do? Well, I just looked around and guess who I found? You could see him over my shoulder. You could use teddy bears. If you happen to have a teddy bear around, I'd like to introduce you to John the Bear. That's his name. John, when I went off to college a few years ago, I gave my mommy and daddy a bear, a traveling bear. And whatever they went anywhere, they took John. He's very old. You can see he's kind of worn and lovely. I used to give him baths, which did not help his fur, albeit FAO Schwartz or whatever he is. And I even made him a sweater. That's how much John traveled the world with my parents. And when they left, I kept him. So he's cool to tell stories with, John the Bear. Also, I looked around my room and I found Paddington Bear, who makes a perfectly good bear to tell a story with. So think of all the other possibilities. But now, let's get to work. Oh, props we'll do later, but let's start out with our teddy bear puppet. In order to make this, and I'm going to make baby, because maybe you have bigger bears. So if you've been counting with me, 3, that should do it. And we need to borrow a half of one of these plates. And here's the truth. We're not giving it back. We need to take a scissors, because our puppet becomes a puppet right when you hold it. So the first thing we're going to do is cut this in half. Big smile. And then we're going to take our stapler. That stapler moves every time I need it. We're going to put these 2 together. And why, you may say? To make that pocket. So I do this a lot to make characters. Really easy. Staples are the best. And why? As long as you don't staple your finger. Why? Because it's done. The minute you hear that click, it's done. Now, here he is. My hand. He's a puppet. And then we take those extra 2. We're going to make teddy bear ears. Now, you may have looked at my friend John. John, come here. He's got little round ears like that too. Not bad. He's kind of cool. But they can be kind of exaggerated. If you ever watched a cartoon, you know things are exaggerated. And the same thing goes with our stapler. One ear over here. Oh, that wasn't me. That was the bear. Oh, be careful not to staple yourself. Just not nice. There is a 1-eared teddy bear. And then we're going to do the others. Now, there are lots of stories about teddy bears, whether you know them or not. There's one I particularly favorite called the Grouchy Bear. Maybe someday we'll do that. So hang on to your bear puppet. So this is the beginning of Baby Bear. Now, what does he need? He needs a nose, 2 eyes, and a mouth. So what we're going to do is to take our marker. Markers always tend to move away when I need them. Oops, that's a red one. We don't want red, do we? Well, maybe we do. But today we're going to take black. And I'm going to make a couple of eyes just so you can see. Now, right here in the middle of his face, we're going to make a nose. As big as we can, because that's how bears know where the food is, right? Actually, it's a lot of us know where the food is, huh? And then we're going to make 2 little eyes. The nose should be a little bit bigger than the eyes. And then I'd like to make the letter Y upside down. Well, not really the letter Y. A J and a J meeting it. There you go. That is about as berry as it gets. Very, very nice. Thank you. So this is Baby Bear. If you have bigger plates, let me show you what happened, because I saved the plates. So we had a couple of parties. They were good parties. I'm so sorry you weren't there. But if you were, you might have had cake at our party. So this particular party had square plates. And what I did was, I did the same thing, 1.5 plates, and we made Mama Bear. Mama is a very thoughtful bear. And she likes to wear her glasses when she's cooking. And you know if she's cooking porridge. So here's our Mama. Baby Bear. Baby Bear is just not the bear I just made, but this is another one I made before. I kind of moved him around just a little bit. And as you could see, Baby Bear sometimes falls down. Mama fixes his boo-boos. Very kind Mama. My mama used to fix mine. And then, of course, we have Daddy Bear, who's a little bit more severe. Sometimes, and sometimes not. So I made him out of a square plate, round ears, same idea. And we always try to draw on this part, because that's where the markers really go dark. So what do we have here? Baby Bear, Mama Bear, and Papa Bear, that's me. Can you lower your voices and say that? Papa Bear, that's me. How do you do that? You just talk from in here. You can feel it. And now, who are we missing? We are missing our golden girl, or a golden boy. So for today, I'm going to make a golden girl. And I just reached into my paper bag. I have a bag of paper. You can do anything you want. You could even make her out of a spoon, because I'll tell you this story. Goldilocks is always hungry. That is what gets her in trouble. So here it's a paper. What we're going to make today is called a tube puppet. And what that is I roll it into a tube. Sometimes, just sometimes, you might need someone to help you hold it while you put on your first piece of tape. But as before, I'm going to just staple. I value your time, and I don't want to take all that time with the Scotch tape. But if you have Scotch tape, that would be lovely. And how do you need to do this? So your hand fits in. It needs to be big enough so you can go inside and get out easily. Goldilocks goes on an adventure, remember? And then the golden lock. Now, this is kind of my favorite thing to do, cut paper, because I think, I don't know, maybe someday I just said I want to cut paper. So I'm going to cut like a comb. I'm going to do it in front of my face. Every once in a while I'll peek out to make sure you're still there. Yep, you are. And when I get all done with this, shake it around. You can also make a Hawaiian skirt, go dancing. That would be nice. It does kind of look like a comb. And I want you to do, take your time. If you fold it, you can do it faster, but there's no hurry, right? We're going to finish our story before we're done. You know the story already, so it's not going to take a whole lot of time for me to remind you. So where am I? Ta-da! A blonde. Now, where do you think this goes? You got it. You're going to roll it up. Put it right inside of Goldilocks' side. So you may be saying to yourself, Marilyn, I don't know anybody with green hair. Well, I don't either. But a green face, excuse me. I think for today, maybe she just wants to go out, right? So there she is. She's got great hair, don't you think? And if you want to be tidy, you can braid it. But we're in a hurry. We're in a hurry to get our story going. But what? You say? Oh, face. We need a face. Well, we don't have time to go to the face store. So what we're going to do is draw it. A face isn't easy enough to draw. We need 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Now, think about Goldilocks. She's usually complaining about something. So I'm not going to make her sad, and I'm not going to make her happy. I'm just going to make her the kind of face when you get up in the morning and you look in your mirror. I call it the everyday face. And here it comes. First, I folded her bangs over, otherwise we'd never be able to see her. So I'm giving her a couple of eyes. I think for today, I'm going to make an L for a nose. See that? Did you get it? Then, watch this. We're going to underline her nose. And that gives her a kind of, oh, good morning. I have a face. I'm so glad to see it in the mirror today. Then what I'm going to do, just so we can see where Goldilocks is going, I'm going to take my stapler. I'm going to give her silver barrettes. Here it comes. I'm sorry, Goldilocks. Just, you know what, sometimes getting the snarls out in the morning, not me. Goldilocks. All right, are you ready to meet her? Thank you for waiting. Here she is. Goldilocks and the unruly hair. Maybe that's another story. So this could be your Goldilocks. These could be your 3 bears. And now the fancy schmancy props. What do we need? Goldilocks, as you know, goes to visit. And when she gets into the house without being invited, she sees the porridge. Well, some people would call it oatmeal, but in our story, porridge, such a cool name. Can you say that? Porridge. The porridge sits in 3 bowls. Why 3 bowls? Yep, 1 for Mama Bear, 1 for Papa Bear, and 1 for Baby Bear. Now, if you would like to be a potter, you could go and make those bowls, but you probably have some. That bowl belongs to Baby Bear. Put it right down here. This bowl belongs to Mama Bear, and this bowl belongs to Papa Bear. And I'm going to put them back in order so we can actually tell the story. And, oh, of course, we have 3 spoons. They are right in here. And what else do we need? Oh, they sit on chairs. We don't have chairs, but we can use our hands. And then Baby Bear in the very last scene, right before the dramatic climax, we have the bed where Baby Bear, Mama Bear, and Papa Bear sleep. So what I brought is a blanket, and I'm probably going to wear it. All right, so do we have everything we need? Not one more thing. I took a little time last night just because I thought she should be special, just like you are. And I made the same idea, but I made a slightly fancy schmancy Goldilocks just for you. If you see actually over my shoulder, that's called stage left, is another kind of Goldilocks, a little more thoughtful Goldilocks. But this is one I made last night, kind of the same idea, okay? And she has her very own spoon, made the same way. She's got a face, she's got wonderful raggedy old hair, Goldie hair, and then she has, because she's a lady, an handkerchief, very genteel. Okay. So this is our friend Goldilocks, and I'm going to make her story a little bit more moderate than the Grimm fairy tale. And some of them were very grim. And we will tell it together. Okay. The story starts. Put up the curtain here. Once upon a time, there were 3 bears who lived in a little house. Together, they were very happy. In the house was Mama Bear, Papa Bear, and Baby Bear. Big news. Today is Papa Bear's birthday. Papa Bear's most favorite thing in the entire world was porridge, and Mama was very excited to race down into the kitchen and make porridge. She added all the ingredients. She stirred it up. She put it on the oven to heat, and when it was done, she put it in 3 bowls. She, of course, gave Papa Bear a great big bowl, and she gave Baby Bear a smaller bowl. And for herself, always being moderate, Mama Bear had a medium bowl. And then she did what she used every morning. She called upstairs and got Papa to come downstairs. Papa Bear, such excitement. Oh, Papa Bear came rolling down the stairs. He says, Mama Bear, oh, Mama Bear, do I smell porridge? And Mama Bear said, oh, yes, dear, it's your birthday, and I made it for you because it's your favorite. Oh, you are the best. Papa Bear was about to dive into the bowl, quite literally, when Mama Bear said, wait a minute. I think we need to call Baby Bear. Oh, you're right. Oh, we couldn't have porridge without Baby Bear. But Mama Bear, yes, dear. Baby Bear has never had porridge. Oh, I know what a treat it will be for him. So together they called up for Baby Bear, and Baby Bear came down the stairs. He says, oh, look. Oh, what is that? What? It's porridge, Baby Bear. Yes, it's porridge. My favorite. You know, it's my birthday. Oh, I know, Papa Bear. Happy birthday. I'm sorry, I forgot. Don't. That's okay. It's no problem. But this is porridge, and it's your Papa's favorite. Oh, yes, dear. It's your Papa's favorite. Oh, but, Mama, I only like cereal with banana sliced inside. I know, dear, but it's time to try something new. I don't want it. Baby Bear, it's Papa's birthday. Very well. Well, with that, Baby Bear reached into the bowl with his spoon and said, yeah, that's too hot. Can we throw it out? No. Let me try it. And Papa Bear, he tried it and went, whoa, Mama, that is very, very hot. Oh, Papa, I'm so sorry. Let me see. Oh, mine is very hot too. I guess I cooked it for just a smidge too long. I have an idea. What's that, dear? Why don't we go for a ride? Oh, I would like that. And then we could drive through and get a sandwich and another bite. Baby Bear. Just kidding, Papa. And off they went. They got into their bear-mobile and went off to the woods, where they sat underneath a tree. Papa Bear and Mama Bear worked on the crossword puzzle together, and Baby Bear climbed a tree because that's what he liked to do. And there they sat and just waited for the porridge to cool down. In the meantime, on the other side of the dark but not scary woods, there awoke from a very, very, very long sleep a little girl whose name was Goldilocks. Now, Goldilocks was basically a good kid. She was usually just very hungry. Mama, I'm so hungry. What did you make? I hope it's porridge. No. I made cereal with sliced bananas. I don't like frozen bananas. Well, dear, that's what we have, and that's what you have to eat if that's what we have. I don't want it. I don't want it. Take it away. Goldilocks, you must try something new. I don't want it. Well, that's all we got. And with that, Goldilocks left the house in a huff, which is not a car, but a sort of a temper tantrum. Goldilocks walked all the way through the woods thinking about what she was going to do. She was very hungry. She was very warm. And then she came to a house. Ooh, there's a house. Maybe I've never wandered this far from home before, but boy, maybe. Now, Goldilocks had a really fine snifter, if you know what I mean. And she could smell a bowl of porridge from a mile away. And she smelled the porridge. And she looked inside the window, and there she saw it right on the table. A little bowl, and a medium bowl, and a great big bowl. Ooh! Well, Goldilocks, being who she was, knocked gently on the door. Knock, knock. And when no one answered, she just went right in, uninvited. She didn't care. Now, the first thing Goldilocks did was go to the great big bowl, and she put in her spoon and said, whoop, whoop. Too hot for Goldilocks. And then she tried the medium bowl. Still a little bit too warm for me. And then she tried the baby bowl, and she slurped it all up and made a mess, I would like to report. Oh, that was so very tasty. But you know, I'm tired. I think I need to sit down. Poor little me. And so Goldilocks went to find a chair. The first chair she tried was a little bit too, chair's too hard for my little bottom. And then she went to Mama Bear's chair. Oh no, this is too bouncy, 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 bouncy. And then she went to Baby Bear's chair, and it had, somebody spilled porridge all over that chair. I can't sit there, not on my dainty self. So then Goldilocks said, I'm so tired. I know. I'll go take a nap. They must have beds here. Wonder where they keep them. Why no? They probably keep them in the bedroom. And so Goldilocks went to look for the bedroom. And she found a bedroom, and in it there were 3 beds. Papa's bed, Mama's bed, and Baby's bed. And she tried them all. Oh boy, it's not easy being a bed here. The first bed she tried was, that mattress is way too hard for Goldilocks. Ooh, this one is way too bouncy for Goldilocks. But this one, this is just right. And so she snuggled in and fell asleep. Goldilocks was sleeping. You know what happened. Deep down in the other side of the forest, there were 3 bears who were about to come home. Well, they got into their bearmobile and they scooted home. Mama Bear said, slow down, Papa. We'll get there in time. I'm so hungry I could eat. I don't know what I could eat. certainly don't want to eat a bear. Well, ooh, pretty soon, as they were slipping and sliding through the forest, they got to the house. And when they got there, a baby bear went in first, hoping that the poor, ooh, Mama, Mama, look, look, look. But Mama Bear was way too interested in seeing what was going on. She said, oh, look, somebody's been eating my porridge. Well, Papa Bear looked into his bowl and said, hey, somebody's been tasting my porridge. That's what I've been trying to tell you, Mom and Papa. Someone's been eating my porridge, and here's the good news. It's all gone. Oh, baby, this is serious business. We have to look around the house. Well, they did. And they went into where their chairs were, which was right behind the table. And Papa Bear said, somebody has been sitting in my chair. And Mama Bear said, somebody's been bouncing in my chair. And Baby Bear said, oh, I found some of the porridge and it's all over my chair. Yucky. Oh dear, this is serious business, said Papa. You stand back. I'm gonna go and look more. We're coming with you. Oh yeah, Papa, we're coming with you. And they did. They into the bedroom, and there, as sure as could be, they saw lumps in the bed. For Goldilocks had lain across all three of the beds. And when Papa Bear looked in his bed, he said, He pulled aside the covers and said, there's a shoe in my bed, and it doesn't belong to me. Mama Bear looked in her part of the bed and said, oh, there's a dress in my bed, and I never wear that color. And Baby Bear looked underneath his covers and said, ooh, there's a head in my bed, and it certainly doesn't belong to me. And he started to cry, oh, who are you in my bed? Well, Goldilocks woke up and said, bears! And she leaped up and she raced out into the forest, ran all the way home, apologized to her mother for being so rude, and never, ever complained, at least for the rest of the day. Poor bear, though. What were they going to do? Their breakfast was all gone. And so Mama Bear and Baby Bear and Papa Bear decided to go out into the world in their bearmobile. And they went to one of their favorite local diners where they had, each and every one of them, something they particularly enjoyed the most. And so, ladies and gentlemen of all ages, that's what happens when you don't knock loud enough, when you go where you aren't invited, and sometimes when you don't pay attention to your mama and your papa. Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and a story from the Brothers Grimm fairy tales. Give yourself some applause. Now, one last piece of news. The last time I told this story, I decided in the great city of Chicago to borrow one of our favorite sports teams. And I told it slightly different. Why do I tell you this? Because here's the truth about stories. You can change them a little bit, a lot bit. You can change the characters as long as you don't change the drama. What is drama? That's the excitement. So you want to make sure that if you don't have three bears, but you happen to have three hippopotamuses, statues, if you happen to have dolls, that would be cool. What if you had three Goldilockses and one bear? Why not? Make the story your own. Use your imagination, which, by the way, in case you didn't know, is in your head and your heart. And now I'd like to introduce you to a different kind of Papa Bear from the great sports team of the Bears. This was my Papa Bear. Grrr, and he played a great game. And he kicked right to his goal. And when he got there, he sat down on his goal post so that I could tell the story where the Bears, and Goldilocks, by the way, all lived happily ever after. Goodbye. Have a great day.